At the heart of the 2025 transfer window, one of the most exciting and twist-filled sagas involves the talented striker Alexander Isak and the two English giants, Liverpool and Newcastle. Under the guidance of manager Arne Slot, Liverpool are looking to strengthen their squad with names capable of raising the team's level even further, and Isak has emerged as one of the most sought-after players in the market. Meanwhile, Newcastle face the challenge of trying to keep their star shining at St James's Park, but reports from behind the scenes suggest the story may be heading towards an inevitable conclusion. This situation is a true whirlwind of emotions, strategies, and conflicting interests, capturing the attention of fans and experts around the world. Fabrizio Romano, the transfer guru, and always a reliable source when it comes to rumours and moves in world football, has brought to light information that further amplifies the suspense of this negotiation. According to his recent revelations, Isak's destiny seems increasingly tied to Liverpool, even though Newcastle continue to resist. The Swedish player, only 25 years old, has already made it clear that he has no intention of continuing to wear the Magpies shirt, regardless of the club's efforts to change his mind. This scenario has turned the transfer window into a real battlefield, where interests, emotions, and strategies collide in dramatic and unpredictable fashion. Liverpool, on the other hand, have shown calculated patience in this saga. Having sold more players than they have signed this summer and raked in an impressive £200 million from permanent departures, the club are in a strong financial position to make a decisive move in the market. The arrival of Florian Wirtz, acquired for a record £116 million, including add-ons, was only the first step in their ambition to reinforce the attack. Now the focus is on Isak, whose lethal ability in front of goal could catapult Liverpool to new competitive heights. The Reds have already tabled an initial bid of £110 million plus add-ons, but it was categorically rejected by Newcastle. However, this is far from the end of the story. Newcastle, led by Eddie Howe, are in a delicate position. While they're trying to hold on to their main star, the club also need to ensure that their squad remains competitive in the Premier League. To allow Isak to leave, Newcastle want to be certain they have adequate replacements lined up. Players such as Gonçalo Ramos from PSG, Savu Agahoa from FC Porto, and Jorgen Strand Larsen from Wolves are among those being considered to fill the gap. In addition, Yoane Wissa of Brentford remains an option, though the London club are still reluctant to let him go. Yet Isak's stance is unwavering. He simply no longer wishes to play for Newcastle. Not even the offer of a record-breaking contract with astronomical wages and a release clause for 2026 could sway his decision. Isak's determination to move on reflects his personal and professional ambition. He sees in Liverpool a unique opportunity to further develop as a player and to win major trophies. Those close to the striker say his mind is firmly closed to any possibility other than Anfield. This conviction has been a constant obstacle for Newcastle, who have repeatedly tried to approach the player to negotiate some form of reconciliation. However, every attempt has been met with a firm no chance, as reported by Romano on his YouTube channel. Newcastle have once again received a strong message from the player, Romano highlighted, showing that the club must now face the reality that Isak will not go back on his decision. Meanwhile, Liverpool maintain a quiet but highly strategic stance. Although they have not made any new public offers, the club are ready to act as soon as Newcastle indicate they are willing to negotiate. Romano stressed that the Reds have never even considered alternative striker options, as their absolute priority is securing Isak. This singularity of purpose demonstrates Liverpool's confidence in their ability to close the deal and underlines the importance they attach to the Swedish player in their future plans. For the Anfield club, Isak is not just another name on the target list. He is seen as the key figure who can elevate the team to a new level both in England and in Europe. For Newcastle, the situation is a real test of management and planning. Eddie Howe, known for his ability to deal with complex challenges, will need to find ways of keeping the squad balanced should Isak indeed leave. At the same time, the club must ensure that new signings are capable of compensating for the loss of the Swedish striker. The pressure on the Magpies is enormous, particularly as they know that losing Isak without adequate replacements could undermine their ambitions for the season. This creates a difficult dilemma for Newcastle: how to balance the desire to preserve their identity with the need to adapt to inevitable changes in the transfer market.
What makes this saga even more fascinating is the interaction of the various factors involved. On one side, Liverpool, a club with clear ambitions and the financial resources to realise them. On the other, Newcastle, striving to preserve their identity and competitiveness in the face of advances from a powerful rival. At the centre of it all is Alexander Isak, a young player determined to shape his own destiny in football. His decision to commit to Liverpool reflects not only his career vision, but also his belief that Anfield can provide the ideal environment for him to reach his maximum potential. Isak knows that his choice will be significant, not only for his personal journey, but also for the legacy he hopes to build in European football. As the transfer deadline approaches, expectations are that negotiations will become even more intense. Liverpool are prepared to make a new monumental offer, provided Newcastle open the door to Isak's departure. And while this does not happen, Reds fans wait eagerly, dreaming of the moment when the Swedish striker finally pulls on the iconic red shirt. For Newcastle, the difficult task remains of planning for the future without their star man, while trying to minimise the impact of his potential exit. The transfer window is about to enter its decisive stage, and all eyes are fixed on a deal that promises to define the future of two historic institutions in English football. Ultimately, this transfer saga is a microcosm of what makes football so enthralling. It is a blend of strategy, emotion, and ambition, where every move can alter the destiny of players, clubs, and fans alike. Whatever the outcome, one thing is certain: the summer of 2025 will go down as one of the most exciting and intriguing periods in recent transfer history. And at the heart of it all, Alexander Isak emerges as the protagonist of a story destined to be remembered for years to come. His name will echo in conversations among fans, regardless of the final result, and his decision will have profound implications for the future of English and European football. Moreover, it is worth stressing that this saga goes beyond the numbers and sums involved. It is an emotional chess game where every move is carefully calculated and loaded with meaning. Newcastle, despite their initial resistance, know they must navigate these turbulent waters with intelligence and a long-term vision. Liverpool, under Arne Slot's leadership, are building an ambitious project and recognise that Isak could be the final piece missing to consolidate their dominance in both the Premier League and Europe. All of this creates an atmosphere of high tension, where every day brings fresh rumours and speculation, fueling the public's interest even further. The Alexander Isak saga is a perfect example of this, capturing the imagination of millions and proving that, even in a world dominated by figures and contracts, it is human stories that continue to captivate and inspire. Whatever the ending, the impact of this transfer will be felt for a long time, shaping the future of players, clubs, and fans in an indelible way.